didn't subscribe this educational channel, so please subscribe and don't forget to put in the bell icon and stay updated with our new videos.
Third law of motion. Part 1. Newton's third law of motion states that to every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction, and they act on two different bodies. To understand Newton's third law of motion, let us perform this activity. Take a fully inflated balloon. Tie its neck with a thread. Fix a straw on the surface of this balloon using adhesive tape. Pass a thread through the straw and fix its two ends on the wall, as shown. Now, remove the thread tied on the neck of the balloon, so that the air escapes from the mouth of the balloon. You will observe that the straw moves in forward direction, while the air from the balloon moves in backward direction. Here, the air rushing out of the balloon is called the action, and the forward movement of the straw is called the reaction. But how fast the straw will move forward depends upon the speed of air rushing out. Hence, we understand that to every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Third law of motion, Part 2. You already know third law of motion. Now we will see some examples from our life, which will illustrate this law of motion. You must have seen that, when a bullet is fired from the gun, it exerts a forward force on the bullet. Also, the bullet exerts an equal and opposite reaction force on the gun, due to which the gun recoils. Since the gun has much greater mass than the bullet, the acceleration of the gun is much less than the acceleration of the bullet. One more illustration of the third law of motion is when a sailor jumps out of a rowing boat, the boat moves backward. Now let us perform an activity to understand the action and reaction forces. Take two spring balances, A and B. Attach the fixed end of balance B with the rigid support, like a wall. Now apply some force by pulling through the free end of spring balance, A. You can observe that both the spring balances show the same readings on their scales. It indicates that the force exerted by spring balance A on balance B is equal, but opposite in direction to the force exerted by spring balance B on balance A. The force which balance A exerts on balance B is called the action, and the force exerted by balance B on balance A is called the reaction. So, we can say that to every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. However, the action and reaction always act on two different objects. Do you know how we are able to walk on the ground? when we walk on the ground, our feet push the ground backward, and in return, the ground exerts an equal and opposite reaction force on our feet to make us move forward. These are some of the examples in our life which illustrate the third law of motion.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.